This guy right here is Ronald Read. On his death on June 2014, his face was all over the news because of a secret he kept so well even from his own kin. Over the years, Ronald was able to accumulate over $8 million. Every day, some millionaire dies, but Ronald's story was a cut above the rest. He grew up in a rural area, was only able to finish high school, and then worked as a local janitor with a salary that only adds up to a minimum wage. Going back, janitors only made $22,000 annually, but Ronald was able to turn that around into a six-figure wealth. Welcome to the Financial Flow. Please like and subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to stay up on our latest videos. Number 1. The Formula of Wealth. This secret wealth formula is something that isn't taught in school, but somehow Ronald was able to gain knowledge about it. The formula is simple: your income versus your expenses. Thus, income less expenses equals cash flow. You have money left over if you have a positive cash flow. If you provided a negative cash flow, you are in debt. In Psychology of Money, Morgan Housel stated that true wealth is actually the money that you have not spent. You can retire several years earlier for every 5% increase in extra income. Here's where it gets interesting. If you have expenses ranging between $0 and $5,000, you can make your money work for you and snowball it into future income. And when that future income can cover your living expenses, you've hit the jackpot. Take a look at this explanation. If you are being paid with $65,000 and you save 10% from it, you are financially stable in 51.4 years. However, if you increase your savings rate up to 15%, you will be financially independent in 42.8 years. With just 5% more effort, you can eliminate the need to work on more than 8 years. Every year, the average American spends nearly $8,000 on non-essential items. Do you really need to spend $173 monthly on takeout? Number 2. The numbers. The key in knowing whether or not you're gonna be a millionaire by the age of 65 is finding how much money you've saved up now so you can easily adjust your finances. If you started saving in your 20s, you'll need $204 per month, $443 at 30, $1,030 at 40, and $2,795 at 50 years old. The earlier you start saving money, the easier it will be in the future. However, we don't really know one's financial situation, and these factors are just based on a few assumptions. Then what's the best method of saving money? Stop planning and stop monitoring every single thing. Listen to this. Wealthy people don't create Excel spreadsheets for every purchase that they make. Detailed budgeting can still be of help if you have a problem in spending or if you're not financially independent. Then what should be done? The rich has a method of doing it, and that is a guideline automation. Their paychecks are automatically deposited into a checking account, with money being divided into a savings account for reserves and spending account for expenses, such as monthly bills and living expenses. Another trick is that it allows them to spend a specified set of money for food, entertainment, travel, and shopping. By the end of those 30 days, the money left in the spendings account can go to investments, savings, or either rolled over for the next spending month. Lesson number 3. Watering the plants. In Rich Habits, Tom Corley shared, more than 75% of millionaires came from poor background and were self-made, just like Ronald Read. However, there is one common denominator among millionaires, which the IRS also verified. That is, having 3 to 7 streams of income. Take Ronald as an example. He had 2 main jobs, being a janitor, and the other one will be mentioned later. The 2 main benefits from having multiple streams of income is that you can be less dependent on a single income from a full-time job. One might think that securing a full-time job is safe, but it's actually risky because you'll dread that day that your boss fires you, which in turn will leave you financially unstable. Though you can boost your cash flow formula. If your monthly expenses are $3,000, you can try to live frugally by reducing your spending to $2,400. But there is always a limit to how little you can live on. To be able to earn more money, the traditional route is by having an overtime, asking for a salary increase, getting extra credentials, or just having a better paying job. Besides a full-time job, Others turn to having side hustles, which are a great way in making extra money. It depends on the type of side hustle that you would want to start. It will require you to work an extra time over a number of days. However, some people would have side hustles in the back of their mind because of the high interest debt that they have accumulated. Number 4. Beyond the wealth formula. Ronald Read didn't just become a millionaire from being able to perfect the cash flow formula. He had other secrets upon his mind. When he died, no one in the family even knew about this. In his lifetime, Ronald had been investing in 95 different stocks, and after scanning through it, there was a common thing about them. It is that investing your positive cash flow is a vital key in building your wealth, and it is important that you do it correctly. But we should take note of one thing that we should avoid. But before that, most of you have been hearing the rounds about day trading. It's all over on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. It's about a bunch of people analyzing, buying, and selling stocks 20 times a day, hoping that those stocks shoot up, thinking that it's their key in being rich. But there's one thing they don't tell you. 90% of those traders lose their money. Ronald was an exception. He didn't know a thing about day trading. Instead, he invested and focused on the fundamental points of a company by analyzing their intrinsic values and made sure that those shares that he bought made sense, quantitatively and qualitatively. So no, he didn't just ride on the wave and invested stocks on GameStop and AMC. Number 5. The rice and the game of chess. In investing, there is going to be a mistake that will cost a person hundreds in money. Just like what happened to an emperor in China centuries ago who was impressed by the game of chess that he offered its investor anything he wanted. The investor humbly agreed by just wanting rice, 1 grain of rice on the first square, 2 grains on the second, twice of it on the third, and arriving on the 64th tile with it being doubled. The emperor smirking as he agreed, thinking that it was a silly request. By the 30th tile, the emperor's debt ballooned to 1 billion grain of rice, leaving the entire kingdom bankrupted on the 64th tile. Ronald Read was able to do what the inventor did. He invested long term, where his money would compound over the next decades of his life. Every 2 weeks when he would get his janitorial paycheck, he added it to his investments. An example of this is if you save $1,000 in year 1 and earn 10% interest, you'll make $100. You'd make $110 in year 2 because your investment is no longer just $1,000. It's now worth $1,100 thanks to your 1-year interest. After year 2, your investment is worth $1,210. So your interest in year 3 will be $121 based on the interest you earned on the money you originally saved and the interest you received on that original amount. Number 6. Your response. What will you do if the stock market crashed 50% tomorrow? Of course, others would sell it. Ronald was able to surpass through 11 stock market crashes and bear markets, but he still held onto his investments because he did not time the market. The result of his continuous investment, regardless if the market crashes or not. When you believe you can time the market, you are making 2 bold bets. Number 1, when the market has reached its bottom, you exited at the same time. Number 2, when the market is about to recover, you buy at or near the bottom. If you miss 10 of the best days of the year, you would lose 66% of the gains you would have made by staying in the market. And if you leave your money on the sidelines, you risk missing out on some of the market's best days. Stop trying to time the market and stop freaking out. Number 7. The best investment. What's interesting is that Ronald learned so much about investing through actively seeking out financial knowledge. Ronald even went out to the local library to read about Wall Street Journal and other things for free. He exchanged ideas with his banking neighbors to learn about money. You can do that by reading financial books and watching financial videos, sharing the same knowledge as those wealthy folks. Number 8. Information. Nobody is perfect, even Ronald Read. He too has his fair shares of mistakes, such as witnessing the collapse of Lehman Brothers in the 2008 financial crisis. But he still continued on investing because his stocks were diversified. A bad investment is a mistake that shouldn't keep you from giving up. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Have a good one.